Welcome back. This summer, you and your family or friends might be hitting the open waters on local lakes or rivers, or heading across the country to the beach. Either way, swimming safety is extremely important. Dr. Jonathan Gehlbach is with OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois. He's the medical director of the Pediatric Critical Care Unit there. He joins us now to give us some summer safety tips. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Amani.
Thank you. So, Dr. Gehlbach, what are some general safety tips you have for those wanting to swim this summer?
So, absolutely encourage kids to get in the water when it's safe. I enjoy spending time in the pool and lakes and rivers with my kids. But we know that drowning is one of the leading causes of death in kids under age 5, and so it's important to keep safe. And so one of the main things is restricting water access to these younger children that can't swim if adults can't be there for supervision.
Okay. And are there any additional safety measures parents or caregivers should take with their children when swimming?
I think in particular, in order to keep kids out of the pool if they can't swim or can't be supervised, is making sure any pools are surrounded by a fence that covers all 4 sides. Or if you have a pool that abuts a house, having some system that prevents kids from getting outside unnoticed. So either an alarm on a door or even hanging a string of bells from the door so that there's some signal when a kid is getting outside and might have access to the pool.
Nice. And if a kid goes unconscious underwater, what are some safety measures that people can take?
So first and foremost, anybody that's going to be supervising children in a swimming situation, whether or not it's a pool with a lifeguard or adults out on a river or a lake, is having somebody that is trained in CPR. The best chance for a meaningful neurologic recovery in a kid that has drowned is getting fast and effective CPR.
Okay, and how important is swim lessons for kids?
It's absolutely crucial. We know that kids that can't swim on their own need to be supervised by adults, but the earlier kids can get comfortable and safe swimming in the water is going to help protect them for the rest of their life.
Okay, and you know around Illinois we have a lot of rivers and lakes. What are some safety measures people can take when in those areas?
Well, I think understanding that kids that are safe to swim in a pool might look a little different than how they're able to swim in a river or a lake. They can't necessarily see submerged objects or account for the current, and so, just avoiding things like don't jump into or certainly don't dive into a body of water if you can't see below the surface,
right.
And understand there may be things that could trap you in a current if you're not being prepared for it. So just being extra vigilant and know where your kids are being observed at all times. So
if you are trapped in a current, what are some ways to possibly try to get out of that situation?
Avoidance is really the best thing. I think we don't have to deal with this as much here in Illinois, but certainly on the coast where there are rip tides and strong currents, the best advice is to not try and swim against those. You can't be stronger than the ocean, so try and swim actually perpendicular to it. So swim away from not swim against the rip current, but swim to the side, and eventually you'll be able to get out of the rip current.
All right, and then do you think floaties and things like that are very effective when it comes to swimming?
They're crucial in keeping kids above the water and relatively safe, but are not a replacement for adult supervision.
Right.
They're not really designed to keep kids entirely safe unsupervised.
Right.
And so I think the other thing to keep in mind is that when drowning does happen, it's not a loud, noisy event like they're portrayed on TV. When a kid or adult slips under the water, it tends to be quiet. They aspirate a lung full of water and sink to the bottom, and so just having that constant vigilance is super important.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for the great lessons. We'll share this whole interview on our website. And if you or someone you know would like to join us on In the Know, go to 25newsnow.com/community and go to the In the Know tab. We'll be right back.